Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is David Nates, and today's topic is things I wish I knew when I started acting. Having lived in Los Angeles for the past couple of years, I can honestly say that life in the City of Angels can be kind of depressing at times. It's a wonderful place to live in with its beaches and sunny weather, but at the same time, if you're trying to break through in the acting business, you're going to find yourself drowning and gasping for air more often than not. Thing is that this city, even though it has glamour written all over it, is like a jungle where many people have their dreams shattered. When I first moved out here, I was a starry-eyed boy starting college, and I was so sure that I'd be on the big billboards within the next couple of years. Problem with the whole acting business is that it really takes a lot of effort, time, money, and a bit of luck too. LA is an expensive city, and without having some street smart and people to help guide you, it can easily eat you alive. That being said, I've lived here for a while now, and I've found my groove, and with that, I've become much more street smart. And from the experience I've gotten, I hope to be able to share with you a couple of tips that will make your transition into the acting profession much easier. Number 1, know your type. You've probably heard it from the mouths of many people, but it's true. Be sure to know exactly what character you are most likely going to be considered for during an audition. When you go into an audition room, casting directors can only really judge you from your outward appearance and how you interpret the text you are presenting to them for your audition. If you're a famous actor cast in a TV show or movie, then they might go through the effort of changing your outward appearance, but that's because actors in those positions are already a brand, so changing one or other physical aspect is worth the money and time to the production. For an actor who is not too known, it's probably best to actually look the part. Figure out what characters you can actually get cast for and work on being instantly recognizable at a glance. In order to do that, you may need to ask other people around you how they see you from an outside perspective. No one knows oneself better than oneself, but it's important to know how other people see you because that will probably help you to figure out what to do in order to highlight something from your physique that might help you book a part. Number 2, agents, casting directors, producers are there to work with you. I know that a lot of times you may think that all of these people are actually blocking you from getting in front of the person who can actually hire you. It's true that they are the guardians, but they also are just doing their job. Acting, like any business, is really all about trust. If you are unknown, it's difficult for them to trust you. They're just doing their job in the audition room. If a casting director asks an agent to bring in some actors to audition for a part, it isn't the hopes that the agent submitting the actor for the part is actually sending people who are qualified for the job. Once in the audition room, it's up to you to do a good audition so that the casting director can continue trusting the agent. Same goes with the producers. If a casting director brings in an actor to a callback in front of the producers, he or she wants to make sure that they cut down the lineup of people submitting for that part to the bare minimum, which is the best of the best. If they bring in unqualified actors, it makes them look like they didn't do their job right because they obviously didn't have a good eye on who to bring in for the part. This eventually leads to everybody wasting their time, including you. Since time is money, then wasting time is equal to losing money. Number 3, city life is expensive. If you're taking the whole acting business seriously, you're going to be living in a big city, as long as they have movies and theater productions, of course. I'm just saying that it doesn't have to be Los Angeles. There are other places in the world that have acting. Either way, big cities are where opportunities come. Because you're in a metropolitan place, this means that life in a metropolis is going to be fast-paced and super expensive. Los Angeles, for example, has some of the highest rent in the whole of America, and probably easily in the top 20 most expensive places in the world. This means that in order to actually be successful in the city, you're going to need money and make some sacrifices. Well, when I say sacrifices, I'm not saying that you'll have to give up your own blood. I'm referring to the fact that you can't expect to live in a big house, and if you do, you'll most probably have to get a bunch of roommates in order to be able to afford rent. Needing a lot of money means that you'll have to get a job or multiple jobs in order to survive. This will take away from your primary goal of acting, but it's almost inevitable if you want to succeed in a city lifestyle. This means that you're going to have to balance work with acting work, with a bit of relaxation time, and then even more work. As you can tell, I'm mentioning work a lot. Basically, it'll take time for you to find the balance Just don't give up and work hard at it, and you'll see that within 6 to 12 months, things will even themselves out and you'll find a balance to your sanity. Number 4, plan out your days. Planning is super important because if you don't, well, you can easily get distracted with whatever is happening around you. The acting and casting world takes discipline, so be sure to set at least an hour or two every day in order to just do that. Many people think of acting as something for which you need to be inspired to do. Yes, there's inspiration in art, but for the purpose of making it in the business, you also need to treat it as a job. When you go to work, it doesn't really wait for you to feel inspired to work or not. Same goes with the acting world. What's needed to be done needs to be done, so just do it no matter how you feel. It's only with planning and discipline that you will be able to achieve what needs to be achieved. If it's not you who does it, it'll be another person just like you who has more determination to succeed. Number 5, enjoy the process and be likable. I can't stress enough the fact that being a good person that people want to be around is actually your best tool to succeeding. Be helpful and try to be positive towards the people surrounding you. People want to work with hard workers, but they also want to work with people who are pleasant to be around and genuinely good people. Once you can create a trust and bond with the people in the industry, they will hire you. It's more pleasant to spend weeks or months on end working with people who are great to be around with than somebody who might do an amazing job acting but is completely out of control or moody outside of set life. In the end, city life and the movie production world can be hard at times, especially in the beginning. But if you follow these steps, I'm certain that you can succeed. After all, in the long run, having a difficult 1, 2, 3 years in the beginning is really just a drop in the bucket. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe and obliterate the like button as if your life depended on it. I'm serious. And leave a comment. I'm serious, do leave a comment. I want to know if you've got some of your own tips and what experiences you've had moving to a big city for acting. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.